Well, welcome to the Top Gun Show, where I bring you new providers, new technologies, and introduce you to the best professionals in the industry, all so you can make informed decisions. Today, I'd like to welcome Chris Kenney, the VP of Sales for Dynalink Communications, the sponsor of the Top Gun Show. Chris is a highly respected industry veteran, having spent 20 years as the VP of Sales for Dynalink Communications. Now, Dynalink is the only phone company you will ever need. Let's dig into that statement. Chris, you made it. You're on the Top Gun Show.
That's awesome. Salute.
Welcome, Mugger. Welcome. Well, let's start with this. Tell me a little bit about Dynalink. Who is Dynalink and what do you sell? And why is Dynalink the only phone company we're ever going to need?
Well, that's a great question. Why are we the only phone company you'll ever need? Well, we provide all services from UCaaS to data, SD-WAN to SIP and wireless, including IoT services. We're able to handle all telecommunications for all of our customers' needs while giving them the one-on-one attention that every customer truly wants. By reselling all the major providers, we give customers what they really want and have been asking for. The billion-dollar network services, but the small company customer service and support that matters to every customer regardless of their size.
That's a great recap, man. I love it. Well, you're celebrating 20 years at Dynalink. First of all, congratulations.
No, thank you.
It's rare to find someone with that kind of tenure at one company in this industry. What's kept you drinking the Dynalink Kool-Aid for all that time?
Well, it's so funny because it's rare with so much transition in the industry. And I love to tell this one little story. About 10 years ago, I was at a UCaaS panel. And I always like to get on the end, so I get to be the one to give the last word. And every single one of them was saying the same thing. Oh, our service is great. You come to me for everything you need. You know what? It might be different, but I'm the guy that drives it. You come to me. And then when they came to me, I looked at everybody on the panel and I said, you know what's funny about this? I was on this panel last year. Not one of you was there. So who are you going to come to? Now, I'll say I didn't make very many friends on that panel, but one of the big things is that when somebody actually says, come to me for something, that's the whole thing behind Dynalink. Most of our employees have been with us about 8 to 10 years, and we believe in rewarding our employees, which is why we have a very, very stable group. And also at Dynalink, we truly care about our customers because that's what's kept us going for this long period of time.
Love it. Good stuff, man. Good stuff. I love that story. That's great. It's always good to be last, have the last word on a panel. And that's a good strategy. Now, I see on LinkedIn that you're heading out west for a great event on June 26th. What is that about, and who can attend?
Well, I've come to the realization that people won't necessarily travel for miles around the country just to hear me speak. So I have to give them a little bit more of an incentive. So we've been bringing Hall of Fame players to sign autographs and for our agents to get pictures with them. You can see there's some behind me. For the first time that we've been doing this, we're not bringing a Hall of Fame player. We're actually bringing a future Hall of Fame player in Adrian Peterson. It's going to be at the Topgolf event in El Segundo on June 26th. What's kind of cool about it is that each person is going to get an autographed helmet with AP, and then they also get a picture with him. And what's really neat about it is that one of the things that we do differently when you said, why are we the only phone company you'll ever need, is after about 3 or 4 weeks, we're going to send each person an 8x10 picture in a Dynalink frame of AP and then that person. That way that's the way they're reminded that they had a great event and they had a great time with Dynalink.
Well, that's great. Now, is that open to anybody, or is that only for Dynalink customers? Who can go?
Absolutely anybody. Anybody who's interested in trying to learn more about Dynalink and what we can do for you.
All right. Good stuff, man. That's Adrian Peterson. You guys are top shelf. That's really impressive. There's a link down below to register on this video. Check out my very first comment line, and there's a link. Okay. All right, Chris, I know you're a big fan of the Top Gun Show, and I know that there are millions and millions of people watching you right now. Why don't you tell the viewers a fun little known fact about yourself?
Well, I'm a big superhero / Star Wars fan. Half of my t-shirts are from Marvel or DC or any type of Star Wars. In fact, when we went to Universal a few years back, I think I replaced my whole entire wardrobe with stupid little things. You don't see a lot of it here, but my home office, where I do half my work, you'll see a whole section of Star Wars figures. You'll also see some Guardians of the Galaxy. I mean, I've got a lot of little toys because even at 52, I refuse to grow up. That's how you stay
That's
young.
great.
You know?
That's great, man. I'm with you. I'm never going to grow up. Star Wars George Lucas has a ranch called Lucasfilms here in Northern California, and he hired me actually to do some consulting for him. Long story, I won't get into it, but I'm a huge Star Wars fan as well. Chris, hey, thanks for carving out time out of your busy schedule to be on the Top Gun Show. It's been fun.
Well, thank you very much for having me. I appreciate it.
Thanks for watching, everybody.